Okay, so me and Nina, we're gonna go for a walk in the woods. It's mushroom season, and rumor has it that they've been finding morel mushrooms out here. So me and Nina are gonna go give it a look and then teach her how to sniff out mushrooms and stuff like that. Okay, this is a morel mushroom right here. You can tell by the to me, I describe it as a spongy look, but also what's important is the stem and the cap come together. It's kind of fused to the stem. It's like almost one part, where the caps, they have the same kind of texture on the cap, but the stems are loose, like kind of like a bell. Two things you also want to do when you're out picking mushrooms is you do want to cut it at the stem and leave the into the ground. So, you know, you just hope mushrooms will go. Then you carry it around in the bag like this and try to spread the spores, because these mushrooms, oops, here, let me put this is my first and only mushroom so far. But as you carry the mushrooms, you kind of spread the spore. Oh, this has a hole in it. Okay. But I'm going to tie that, fix it, but this is what you want to carry the mushrooms in. Okay, so this is our total of all the mushrooms we've found so far. This is what I found, mostly small ones, some decent sizes, nothing impressive. And this is what Nina sniffed out. She actually did a little better than I did. There's some pretty good sized ones here. So I guess when Nina looks for mushrooms, what she does, she just covers a lot of ground, and that's what works to her advantage. Okay, so I rinsed the mushrooms, cut them in half, and then I'll soak them in salt water overnight. And the reason why you soak them in salt water is to kill the bugs and the little slugs and stuff that get inside the little nooks and crannies of the mushroom. And then drain it and then dry it all out. So, and after that, I cook them whenever I want them. So here I am at a local grocery store, and here's Earthy Delights, wild morels. For a ½ ounce package, it's $13.49. Based on 3 pieces, which is 6 grams, has a total of 20 calories. No fat, no total fat, no saturated fat, trans fat, nothing. Carb, well, 3 grams of total carbs. Fiber, there's probably 0.5 grams, which is 8%. No sugars, 1 gram of protein, vitamin A 0, vitamin C 0, calcium 0, iron 0. Okay, so I still consider myself a rookie mushroom hunter. This is probably my 3rd season out. Knowing what an ash tree looks like now, and plus being shown how to spot out mushrooms and stuff. So I'd have to say it's the 3rd consecutive year that I've actually found mushrooms. So that's the way to sum it up. One thing I always wonder, and this is before what I knew about mushrooms, because I didn't know like it was like only at a certain time of year, and around certain areas and stuff. But one question I asked was, would mushrooms be good in a survival situation? And then after, how I went through the nutritional value of it, and I guess, in my opinion, if they added up, it would have some, you're going to get a source of fiber, a few grams of protein, providing you gather a bunch and stuff like that. You'd have to know that you're in an area that has them and stuff like that. And if it was one of those survival situations where everyone was out foraging for food, like a whole community or region, then you'd have to worry about competition and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, like me personally, if I was lost in the woods and I didn't know where I was at and it looked like there was mushrooms there, personally, I wouldn't dedicate my search for mushrooms. I'd hope, just find them incidentally, but I'd be spending more time to even like go on the outskirts of the woods out there and try to find dandelions and curly dock or something like that, or you know, see if there was a marshy area that'd have cattails or something. But other than that, you know, I'm just saying if I was in a survival situation. Well, as far as cooking mushrooms, and this is for someone that has never tried mushrooms, and if they ever got a hold of some morel mushrooms, I advise try it this way first, so that way you actually know what the big deal is and why people like these mushrooms so much. Dip them in flour, roll them in flour, fry them in butter and salt and pepper, and just eat it that way. And oh my gosh, I think it's really good. I guess my opinion of what it would taste like to me is it tastes like a steak, like a nicely marinated steak, or not even a marinated steak, just steak with steak sauce. But that's what I describe the flavor as, even though I haven't had steak in a long time. Okay, so once you've tried it that way, then try it in scrambled eggs. I guess people put in pizza, people put in soups and stuff like that. I myself have always liked them now. I've tried them in scrambled eggs and stuff like that. And, you know, for some reason I just like to fry them all up and just eat them like popcorn or something. But that's been, plus I haven't found enough to where I have a lot to store. You know, the most I've found I could probably eat up in probably 1 or 2 nights. So. But you know, like I said, I'm not really an expert. I'm just, you know, kind of making it up as I go.